Alright guys, how's it going? I'm Duncan C75 and I'm here with another video with NHL 16 ratings by EA. Now we're going to look at the top 10 centermen. So let's go straight at it. I predicted the top 10 on Twitter and I was wrong about two players. Anyways, we'll go through the list and as usual, I'm going to say if I agree or not about the top 10, if I agree with the overall or not, and I'll give a small explanation why. So again, 6 categories when determining rating attributes: puck skill, senses, shooting, defense, skating, and physicality. Let's go straight at it. Number 10, Tireless, again, the Dallas Stars, 91 overall. Definitely deserves to be in the top 10, but honestly, if Jamie Benn can get a 92 overall, I think that Tyler Seguin can also get a 92 overall. And even if it weren't for Jamie Benn, I'd still give Tyler Seguin a 92 overall. But overall, great player, this guy. Oh my god, the mistake the Bruins did, trading him. And what did he get in return? Yeah, garbage. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from, what's his face now? You see, I've got a thing with names, I forget. Louis Eriksson, there we go. I have nothing against Louis Eriksson, but he clearly showed that, he's not, well, all I can say is that Dallas got a steal out of that trade. Anyways, long story short. Number 9, Ryan Getzlaf of the Anaheim Ducks. That's another question mark. 91 overall when Corey Perry is a 92 overall. I mean, Getzlaf has got to have the same overall, if not one notch higher than Corey Perry. Corey Perry was number 1 for right wingers with the 92 overall. So I think that Getzlaf deserves at least a 92, if not a 93 overall. But with that being said, I'd feel comfortable with a 92. And yeah, he deserves naturally to be in the top 10. So great leader. And like I said, with Perry, deadly. Both of them together. Great leader, like I was saying. And franchise player for sure. Franchise elite, whatever you want to call it. Number 8, surprised to see him because I predicted he wouldn't be in the top 10. I don't want to take anything away from Henrik Zetterberg. He's getting a bit older. He's playing on the Detroit team that is getting older too. They're trying to get younger. That's a fact. But Detroit is not the dominant team they used to be, but they still can make the playoffs, which is a good thing. Personally, I would have given Zetterberg a 91 overall. And for me, he was not supposed to crack that top 10 list. I'm not saying he does not deserve to be there. But with the prediction I made on Twitter, he was not in my top 10. Anyways, don't want to take anything away from Zetterberg. Excellent player, great captain. Nothing more. Nothing less, nothing more, Number 7, Anze Kopitar of the Los Angeles Kings at 92 overall. Listen, I don't want to take anything away from Kopitar. He's a great player. He's a great leader. He's been putting up good numbers, over the last years. Since the first year he's entered into the NHL, he's been putting good numbers. But the thing is, I think that Kopitar in front of Zetterberg, I can live with it. Kopitar in front of Getzlaf and Seguin, absolutely not. I think, like I said, that Kopitar deserves a 91. And to me, he was not in my top 10. But with the list we have here, I'd put him personally into 10th position. But that's my opinion. Number 6, Evgeny Malkin of the Pittsburgh Penguins, 92 overall. I agree with that rating. Would I have gone higher for Malkin? Maybe 93, but I feel more comfortable with the 92. But still, having two elite players. Well, I find that Malkin is an elite player and Crosby's the franchise player. But having two players of that talent on a team is just simply incredible. But sometimes it's not all about offense, as you might have noticed last year. The Penguins barely made the playoffs. And yeah, they were lacking defense because of injuries. And yeah, anyways, what else can you say? But the better days are to come for the Pittsburgh Penguins with certain additions that I will not remind some Maple Leaf fans about. Haha. Alright, as we go down the list, in 5th place, John Tavares at 92 overall. Don't get me wrong, I still think that EA Sports is underrating this player. With everything he's doing, except for last year, when you look at the other years, Tavares has been carrying the team on his back, and he's been doing incredible things. He's almost averaging a point per game. Last year, he had over a point per game. I think at 92 overall, no, I'd boost it up to 93, and that guy is franchise player. He's not elite, he is franchise. I know I was saying earlier in the video that elite and franchise are the same, but no, actually it's not true. Franchise is elite is good, franchise is even higher. But anyways, I think he should have been a bit higher on this list. I think that he should have been ahead of this player, Pavel Datsyuk, fourth place of the Detroit Red Wings. I think that Datsyuk at 93, listen, at his age, he's still averaging a point per game and all that. I'm not saying he's not the complete player, but I would have felt more comfortable giving him a 92 overall. But don't get me wrong, wow. He's got the best hands in the league, most probably. That guy is... he puts quite a show on out there sometimes when he plays, that's for sure. In third spot, Steven Stamkos, Tampa Bay Lightning, 93 overall. I feel totally comfortable with that. It was a bit slower last year because the emergence of Kucherov, Pallet, and like I was saying in the other video, I couldn't find the name of the other player on that line. Tyler Johnson, how can I forget? Because I couldn't stand the motherfucker, that's why. I can't stand that little speedster. Anyways, so yeah, Stamkos deserving of his 93 overall. Is he going to come back to scoring 50 goals? I don't know, but he's a sniper, and that guy is... he is quite a player. Okay, as we move on, second place, Jonathan Toews of the Chicago Blackhawks, 94 overall. I totally agree with that. 94, I feel comfortable with it. I wouldn't have gone lower, but I wouldn't go higher either. Even though he doesn't... It's not only about stats. I know that he doesn't average a point per game, but he is most probably the best two-way forward in the NHL. Most probable. No, sorry. He is the best two forward in the NHL. And a great leader. He's done it all, you know. He's won gold medals. He's won Stanley Cups. He's won World Junior Gold Medal. I know he's Stanley Cup. Listen, he's done it all. He's done it all. And he's, 26, 27? He's still pretty young. So, I'm sure he's going to be able to add a few more Stanley Cup rings to his collection. Okay, and first place, well, I mean, we cannot argue about it. I mean, even though he had a slow season last year, Sidney Crosby, to me, is still the best player in the world. He's a great forward, and he's also a great two-way forward, just not as good as Jonathan Toews. And I think that Jonathan Toews has more leadership than Sidney Crosby. But I don't want to take anything away from Crosby. Sid the Kid is the best player in the world. All you haters, suck my fucking balls. Sorry for saying this. I used to be a Novi fan. I lost respect for him. Now I'm slowly but surely, he's getting my respect again. I preferred... A few years ago, it was the other way around. I hated Crosby, and I loved Ovi. Now it's the other way around. But like I said, Ovi's getting my respect back. But I mean, for you people who are saying that Jonathan Toews is the best player in the world, he is not. He is a very close second to Sidney Crosby. The difference maker is that Sidney Crosby is just a natural talent. You know, he can put up the points and all that. And he is a good leader. Not as good as Jonathan Toews. He is a good two-way forward. Not as good as Jonathan Toews, but the fact that he can put those numbers up, that's where he has the advantage. So, Crimea River, you little bitches, you Ovi fanboys or whatever, Crosby is the best player in the world. But, 96 overall? No, 95. At most. Listen, if Carey Price was the Hart trophy winner, the Lester B. Pearson trophy winner, with the season he had and with the skills he has, I told you in the goalies video that he should have been in a 95 overall. I cannot see why Crosby should have a higher overall than Carey Price. That's my opinion. So guys, that is it for the top 10. Honorable mentions. Okay, listen. In my top 10, I had put Giroux and Backstrom in the list. Totally surprised not to see them there. I know that the Flyers have had an off season, but how can you deny Backstrom? I mean, he's the one who feeds the puck to Ovechkin. Whatever. But I've seen the top 50 ratings, and it kind of rectifies what I was saying about, anyways, the top 10 list. So honorable mention to Claude Giroux, Nicholas Backstrom, Henrik Sedin. I mean, he's not there because there's lots of elite centermen, but Henrik Sedin, just like his brother Daniel, should be at least an 87, and I'd see him as an 88 overall. Joe Pavelski's not there. I know he's in the top 50. And also Logan Couture. Listen, I'm not mentioning more players because those are players that I think that can come back and have another good season and put up good numbers. And there's only so many people I can put on an honorable mention list. When you put honorable mention, it's only there for a few players. You cannot put a list in of 15 or 20 players because then there's no... it doesn't make that list that, special anymore. So guys, that is it. That's it for my top 10 center. For EA's top 10 center and my thoughts about it. And I'm going to follow this up later on this evening with the top 50. That video is going to be a bit longer. I'm not going to go through all 50 players. I'm just going to talk about the players that we see in that list that we haven't seen in any of the top 10s. Whether it's been goalie, the defenseman, left wing, center, and right wings. So, Duncan C75 signing out, saying thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like and comment my videos, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.